is, regardless of how your week's been, hopefully it's been good, Fridays just hit damn different, don't they? And I'm here with some very, very special people. Say hello to, I'm not going to go to you, Cass, first, because clearly you have a problem with it. So I'll pass it to Prez first. Hi, Prez.
Hello, clones. Happy Friday afternoon to everyone.
Happy Friday. Very excited to have you as our guest host today. Cass, how you doing?
I'm doing better since I heard you really leaning into the Artifact AI voice today, and I'm excited to hear about Ali and his genius mind.
Wait, I have the Artifact AI voice?
Very much so today, but we just gonna keep it moving. I don't want to distract things.
It's because I think I'm coming down with like some food poisoning or something. My whole body's shaking, but I'm trying to keep it together. So maybe I'm just trying extra hard right now. Hey,
Yavs, get this girl some water.
I got
Damn.
water. I'm good. Ali, Aalasady, guys, that's how you pronounce it, right, Ali? How you doing?
Hello, yes, exactly. That's my name. Thank you for saying it right. Happy Friday, everyone, and yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
So happy to have you, man. Honestly, you've been smashing it throughout the whole community. You've been, you know, you've been raising the bar ridiculously high for everybody. And I think that's a good thing. I think you're a perfect example, a perfect inspiration for everybody to try and, get some stuff happening so that we can blow up the timeline. I don't know, you've been just killing it. I'm so honored to have you here with us. I wanted to first of all kick it off with just getting to know you, because I don't think anybody really knows much about you other than just a few things, little bits and bobs here and there. So start with your background.
Yeah, sure. Do you mean like work-wise or like me as a person, like where I'm from and stuff?
Whatever you find is necessary to share. Maybe we can go to your education background, because you did graphic design first. Is that right?
Yeah. So what I do now is I do 3D animation and like everything that pretty much has to do with like 3D stuff. I started out as a graphic designer. Yeah. I did that for a year and I decided like that's not really what I wanted to do. So after that, I did film school for 4 years, and yeah, after I graduated, I took interest in VFX and 3D animation, and yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing ever since. Yeah, since I was done with education.
Yeah, Ali's quite young. I kind of assumed that he would be, but not this new to the whole world of 3D. And Ali, can you bring the shock factor in? Can you let everybody know what programs you use to create your magic?
Oh yeah, I use Blender. Like I think most people in the community, which is amazing.
He uses Blender, guys. Again, another one. So we're set. We don't need anything else. Just keep pushing, and you're gonna be on Ali's levels soon enough. So Ali, what was it about film school that helped you now to create the things that you're creating?
Yeah, so I've always had a huge interest in films, right? Like the way the story is told, and I think you can apply that to everything I do in like everyone does in 3D, the way you like light scenes to like set a mood and tell a certain story. So yeah, I think I used to watch a lot of movies and try to like recreate them in Blender and learn from them. And yeah, I think it does help me a lot because what I usually try to do is like tell stories through videos and stuff, and I think that definitely helps having that background.
So, what are some of like your favorite movies that you've taken inspiration from?
My all-time favorite director is Christopher Nolan. Everything he does is just like I like how he tries to trick the brain, and you know, like his movies are so like It's like a superpower, like Marvel, but like more on a human level, which I really like. Like the Marvel stuff, for example, is super sick. It's like greater than life, but like his stuff is like I don't know, like you could it could kind of work in real life, and it just it mind fucks everything, and the way it's like filmed and the way it looks and feels is like exactly what I try to do with my videos.
Yeah, Ali just had to think about it, and he got transported into that world, and his mind just blew again.
I actually have a funny story about this. So, have you ever heard about the film Tenet? I think it's called from him.
Yes, that is a sick movie. The one that goes backwards.
Yeah. So the thing, like I've watched pretty much every film of his like a million times, right? And this is the only one that I haven't watched because I'm like almost too scared to watch it because I feel like I need to like prepare for it because it's such like a good storyline. It's like exactly what I want to do with my stories. So like every time I'm like, shit, I need to take time for this. This is like such like a big thing.
The passion is strong for Christopher Nolan here. Prez, hands up.
Yeah, I'm a huge Nolan fan as well, and Tenet you got to see. I can't believe you haven't watched it already. Maybe we ought to do like a movie night, Artifact Creators movie night. We all maybe tune in and watch it together. But it's an absolute must watch, and he's got this theme of like embedded systems, and it's kind of Inception is one that most people know of. The Dream Within the Dream. A lot of his stories are kind of built like that. Tenet is no exception. It just takes it to another level. So I'm super excited as a Tenet fan to hear you watch it, Ali.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see it. It's probably gonna be a good one.
You're gonna want to watch it twice. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, I mean, back to back. You're gonna finish watching it, and you're gonna be like, "Hold on, I got to rewind this and watch it from the beginning again."
100%. That's facts. I'm so glad I didn't say anything beyond what I said because you haven't watched it. But yeah, Ali, come on, chop chop. You never know. Then your next biggest, most amazing creation could be sparked because of this movie, and you're gonna keep us waiting. Come on, dude.
I gotta say, now knowing that you're a Christopher Nolan fan, I'm thinking back to like especially that first animation that you or some of the first animations that you put out. Like I think there are even some like the sounds and like the lens flares that he likes to use in there, and I was like wait, hold on, these are way too cinematic. But when it comes to how you take like influence and inspiration and put it into animations, are you all still like in that mood of like recreating some of your favorite movies, or are these just kind of new things you're just free flowing and being more creative about?
Yeah, definitely. I love the fact that you noticed that because he like the stuff like the how his films look. I tried to recreate that. Like you said, like those lens flares, for example, or like that like spherical looking camera. It's kind of like that's. I feel like that's like part of the style that I like part of the stuff that I create today, and it definitely came from like his movies because it gives like a characteristic to like the videos and stuff. It's cool that you noticed that. That's sick.
Bro, I'm a film nerd too. So like I'm not as I don't have a specific like favorite director, but Nolan's up there, man. Like, The Dark Knight is easily the best Batman movie ever. One of the best movies, acting performances, shout out Heath Ledger. But yeah, no, I think what you said with like understanding cameras and how they work and then being able to translate that into Blender, like it's such an inspiration. I think I DM'd you that. You got this. You got it down because I still don't know how you get that camera effect. Like I don't know how you did it, but it's sick. Like I'm just trying to figure it out. So, one of these days.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you want, I could teach the community.
Me, y'all. I'm about to level up. Oh no.
Ali, careful. You've said it now. We're gonna come back to this, and we're gonna get you on a few workshops, tutorials, whatever we could get hold of, because the people need to know. You've pinned something at the top. Can you talk about that one?
Wait, did I? I don't know if I did that, to be honest.
Sorry, Cass has pinned it. Cass.
Oh, okay.
But can you still tell us about that one?
Yeah. Are you talking about the image?
Yes, it's called Noir.
Yeah, it's one of the collections I still work for. It's called Cybonics, and it's about like cyborgs. Yeah, it's like the PFPs, like the art that I had to make was like sci-fi cyborgs, and yeah, this was like a one of one.
Yeah, that one just looked really cool to me. I don't know. I hadn't seen that, and I'm a big fan of like the range that you've got in your skills because like it seems like you do everything from like animation to modeling and then like I don't know, man. Like get you just get 3D and you get cameras and how to tell a story. Like I can see that. Even the little the ready set pose you did with the animus and like you like threw the you threw the little guy at the shark and yeah, it's just too perfect. I don't know.
I agree with you. I do think like if you have some background in film or anything cameras related, it definitely helps because it's like literally the same thing in 3D, right? Like all the measurements. Like if your Blender scene, for example, is like or like a real life scale, the camera would have like the exact same like settings and like as real life. So it's very helpful if you have some background in that as well.
Let's see what Sauce Prez has got over there.
I was going to say, following what Cass was just saying, I can see why Ali outgrew just basic graphic design. He's clearly got an eye for photography and cinema and 3D as well, like clearly a wide range of skills. So I can see you quickly outgrew 2D. I'm still very much like a 2D Photoshop type person, just barely getting into Blender. But your work is an absolute inspiration and pretty impressive how you came up, but just absolutely got into your passion clearly because you're clearly passionate about what you do.
Yeah, anybody who prepares mentally to watch, read, or like listen to some sort of or like view an art piece, like that's how you know like you're like emotionally involved in this. Like it's not if you're like, oh wait, I gotta take a breather before I try to like watch this movie. Like I've been there. There's some shows like I'm not in the mood for. Like I'm not gonna do it. You know, we got to save it for the right moment. It's got to be a good day, and then you got to have the surround sound going, all that. But Ali, speaking of, since you love movies, we gotta dive a little deeper into that. Aside from Nolan movies, who are some other directors that you like? What are other films that you're really into?
Yeah. Obviously, he makes the best ones, right? But I think Tarantino has really good ones too. Like especially Pulp Fiction, kind of an easy choice, but it's also kind of like a mind fuck a little bit, right? Like the way the story's like told in different parts. That's kind of like what I would say. Yeah, like Tarantino movies. Hateful Eight, I've watched. That's a really good one too. But yeah, I just love pretty much everything that's like kind of related to clone a little bit, like futuristic, sci-fi, that type of thing is what I like.
Also, seems like you got a thing for the storytelling because I feel like you've mentioned that a few times.
Yeah, story is the most important thing. Like with every piece, right? Even the ready set pose, like yeah, it's cool, it looks good, whatever. But if it doesn't have any like meaning or like it needs to tell something for you guys, hopefully to engage with and like give it a meaning instead of like oh it's just cool visuals, nice, and then we move on.
Yeah, and Ali, you mentioned that you love details because it's that thing that brings people back to your pieces, right? Because you miss something, you come back. But talking about details, one of the pieces that I completely forgot that you were responsible for is your submission for the Shaka Blood art contest. Oh my god, I'm just I'm blown away. That's you, dude.
Yeah, that was such a fun time because before I entered Web3, I used to do like music videos and visualizers, right? And I didn't necessarily have like the best situations with these people. So at some point, I was like all done with the music industry, and yeah, I just saw like Shaka Blood's art, and I was like, yo, that's so sick. And he had this art contest, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I just have 3 weeks of my time. I'm just gonna like work on this all day, sleep a few hours, and hopefully make like the best piece ever.
And that you did. I've pinned it to the top, guys. Obviously, don't go and watch it now. Just bookmark it. Because I want to get into the music aspect of your influences and your line of work. So, can you tell us a little bit about that? What is it about rap specifically that intrigued you so much?
Oh, the reason I like rap music, I have no idea. I just like it. Maybe it's like the way it sounds, I guess, the beats. And sometimes if it's not too graphic, you can relate to it a little bit. And yeah, like
You're so cute that you had to clarify that just in case other people are like building a picture in their heads about what you're like. It's okay, we like rap.
yeah, so yeah, you start to like listen to these people and look up to them, and yeah, and then it becomes like a goal to like hopefully work for them one day, and that also keeps like the motivation up, and it's like very exciting working towards someone you like. It's kind of weird because you have like a relationship with that artist, but that artist like doesn't even know you exist. But you listen to their voice every day, right? So it's kind of like a weird, but like fun feeling.
Shoo. Okay, we gotta ask this one because first off, Ali, I heard you said you were done with the music industry, and I was like, nah, we going I still haven't had a chance to get a music video with this man, so we're not done yet. We're not done yet. But we'll discuss that later.
Cass just said we're not done until I say we're done.
Yeah, no. But I gotta know. So who were some of those top people you wanted to work with? Because I think we all got some lists. I feel like if you're a creator, you want to network with people. But I'm curious as to yours.
Yeah, definitely. One of my biggest ones was Juice World, and I think one of them was Lil Baby. Those two, I was like actually so excited to work with because yeah, those are the people that I like listen to on a daily. I would have loved to work with bigger artists, like obviously like Drake or Travis or something, but yeah, maybe that's something for the future.
Ooh, give him a Travis collab, bro. I could already see it. Ooh, dude, he's got some crazy visuals. He has a lot of cool direction. So
That's kind of where I take my inspo from sometimes, like the crazy, weird, like visuals that people don't understand, but after you watch it like a few times, you kind of get what they're trying to tell you.
Give this man whatever he wants and whatever he needs. Okay, people, if you're listening, any rappers listening, you know who to DM. Um,
whoa, get in line, get in line, get in line, get in line.
Cass, we need more music from you first, dude.
I know. That's why we'll get to that. But anyways,
um, uh, we're kind of like jumping topics, but can we go back to you? I remember you said something about Gibson Hazard. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I don't think he's known, and like especially in this space, he's a little bit known in like he's actually very well known in the music industry. But outside of that, it's kind of like Web3. Outside of Web3, people don't know you. But like inside of like the music industry, he's like this legend. And he started like making these weird concert videos where like he would like recreate the crowd in like 3D, and then all of a sudden the camera would like fly over the crowd, and I was like, this is like the movies. Like, how the hell does someone make that, right? And then yeah, I literally watched every video on repeat like for like a whole week, and then finally got the courage to like open one of these programs and yeah, just try. And yeah.
That's crazy. You're pretty much self-taught, right? Is there you had some experience in Cinema 4D before and then moved on to Blender. Is that through your film school?
No, the film school was more like stuff for TV, like very kind of like the graphic design a little bit. So not really 3D. But yeah, it's self-taught. Like most artists, I would say. You just you have your own computer. You go to YouTube and watch all the tutorials. You try a bunch of stuff. It works. It doesn't work. Yeah, I did start in Cinema 4D actually. Yeah, and I remember I used to not like it, but the people who work on it though make like insane stuff, to be honest. But yeah, I just tried Blender and it worked perfectly. I was like, you know what? I might just stick with this one.
Prez, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just curious about your hardware. You mentioned you're working on your machine. What kind of computer are you working on? And do you render the scenes yourself, or do you like export these to a render farm?
Yeah. To be honest, I know a little bit about tech, but I don't know everything. I know I have a 4090 and some CPU that's probably good, but I'm not. I honestly don't know too
4090.
much. I know the GPU is very important. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like you have a 4090, so that's pretty much as good as it gets as far as consumer hardware. But you're rendering these scenes on your 4090? Like, for instance, the Ready Set Pose. Did you do that on your 4090, or did you export this to a farm?
Yeah, normally I would export it to a form, but this was actually quite quick with rendering, so I just
Yeah,
Shout
very
out to
cool.
4090s, bro. Good lord.
yeah, they're sick.
By the way, I gotta say I looked up that this music video person you were talking about, Gibson Hazard, and I didn't realize he was the one who did the weekend video and some of these others. And yeah, this guy is for real, for real. Like he's got a lot of cool ideas in there.
Yeah, very like it's kind of like in a way in the same like lane as like Travis Scott, Christopher Nolan. It's like I don't know, like like how do you say that? Like mind fucking a little bit, you know? It's like
The visual tricks.
yeah, it's like the art. Like when you want people to watch your videos, you don't want them to like be like, oh, nice, yeah, okay, I'm moving on. Like you want them to be like, what the fuck just happened? Let me watch that over and over, and then like find all these little details and get excited about it.
I don't know about you guys, but he's definitely succeeded in that sense for me personally. I'm constantly rewatching his stuff and blown away. Prez, go ahead.
Yeah, just touching on the hip hop aspect of like a lot of overlap here between Christopher Nolan fans and just rap and hip hop in general. I think it has something to do with just kind of like darker themes, more of like a noir storytelling type of approach. That kind of it just seems like pseudo. I'm just not surprised at all, I guess is what I'm saying. That if you enjoy Christopher Nolan's work and just like I seem to have a similar taste as Ali, and so I totally get it. And I think the reason I do like hip hop is, like I said, it's like the darker themes, darker sounds in many cases. It's always been kind of like a medium for storytelling and like kind of a lyrical style that you'll re-listen to countless times in order to kind of like really appreciate the I guess the references or like the linguistic I guess puns and tricks that they do, I guess.
I agree. Yeah, that whole dark side is like you can interpret it in like two ways. It's like sometimes they see it as like dark satanic, which is the stuff that I don't like. But I like the night, like like it's dark and like there's all this like thunder outside and it's like mysterious. That's the stuff I think.
Yeah, very, very gritty. It's like a gritty medium to work with, and it kind of definitely feel it with your vibe and your work.
Cass likes the satanic stuff.
Look, I'm I grew up, man, I feel like the stereotypical American who just like grew up in conservative towns, and so I rebelled a little bit. I wear a leather jacket. I'm cool, guys. You know how it is. Anyways, Ali, I want to ask you, man. You've done a lot of different things and a lot of like different like mediums. Like, what is the ultimate goal for you now? It sounded like you had some aspirations to work with like the top of the top in the music industry, but now you're in this place where you're hanging out with a bunch of, anime PFPs making crazy renders for this other side of the internet. So, just curious what your vision is for yourself.
I think after the Ready Set Post thing, I kind of had like this new goal, which like I want to like be part of like a big movement. Like, that day when we all posted our videos, it's like, it's not just like some stuff like, oh, here you go, nice video. It's like this whole movement, like we all come together and like just the feeling, like the fact that I like started that, that's like already enough for me to be like, wow, I reached something pretty crazy.
Damn, let's get to moving, y'all. Shit.
I got
If that's
more
what he's
stuff.
hyped about now.
We got more stuff for the future for sure.
I was gonna say Ready Set Pose. I think was like a pivotal moment. It was like quintessential CloneX history, because I think this is like one of the times that like you saw, I don't know, like universally, maybe not everybody has a animation yet, although that could be in the works, but it seemed like you saw dozens of clones come to life all in one day in a way that I feel like I haven't really seen a clone animate and move and blink. And so it's like a real simple, 8-second animation, but man, it was just I'll never forget it. I think you guys definitely accomplished like a bigger cultural movement. It wasn't just like a post. It wasn't a cool post for the day. It was like an actual moment in CloneX culture.
Yeah, it was absolutely iconic. So let's talk about that, Ali. How did that idea even come about?
Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, all these PFPs, they kind of look like these school photos to me. Like, I don't know, they don't have that in the Netherlands. I see those in like on Twitter and Instagram, these American like photo shoots on school, whatever. So I was like, that's kind of what it looks like, these bored apes and these clones. So I was like, what if they're like ready for like this? Yeah, I don't know, just like a picture and they move on. And yeah, I don't know. I just think the fact that people who like looked at this clone for like over a year now, and that's their identity, to finally like see it moving in that little space. I think that's what made the thing like so sick, right? Because like for the first time ever, like it actually moves and it comes to life.
Yeah, the props are to you as an animator though, because I think it's like Prez said, nobody has gotten that level of animation in that many clones to all kind of, and like you kind of hit it yourself. It was definitely a movement the way you got everybody together, and everybody immediately got hyped because we all knew anything by Ali was going to be crazy. So yeah, and then you just delivered, and it's like, I mean, yeah, props to you, because how long did it take you to do all those? Like,
I would say like a good week and a half, 2 weeks. It's actually funny because the first time I posted that video, it was like 3 clones and it did really good. And even you guys like posted it and it was like at the front of like Creator of the Month. So I was like, wow, this is actually something they would want. So I just, like, I knew you, for example, and Alt Anonymous and Furry and stuff. So I asked y'all for like your files, right? And then while I was making them, more people just started hitting me up, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take your clone as well." And I started hitting up more people. And like while I was working on it, I was like, "Yo, what if we all just posted at the same time and just like try to blow this thing up?" And then you guys in the group chat came up with the caption. Y'all mixed it in a little bit. Y'all like structured it a little bit, which was perfect. And then
shout out to Compound.
yeah, and you as well, Kevin in the audience as well. Yeah, definitely.
At the moment you messaged us, I know everybody felt the same. as soon as you asked for those 3D files, that was literally enough for us to just, we just melted. But what was one of your favorite traits to work with and why?
Oh, it's I don't know what it's called, but Zaid has it. It's this hat on his head with like the skull and this little cat in the pouch. That was my
Yeah,
favorite.
it's the Zaid bucket hat.
Yeah, the bucket. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about the cat. Like whenever I was done animating, it looked like, I don't know, it had like fun and like looks cute. So I was like, oh shit, that's actually nice.
It had the details. What was the hardest trait to work with?
Ooh, the hardest. I would say I actually did the hardest I did today, right before this Twitter space. It was sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Kawaii? Kawaii?
Badass kawaii.
Yes.
Yes.
They have the pigtails, which yeah, there's like so many strands, so I had to like rig every piece of hair and then get it to move. But it was very fun though.
Wow, Marcello, you made Ali work hard. I haven't seen that one yet. Is it up already?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. You've been going at this non-stop, and obviously your latest piece, Jesus Christ. Can you tell us about that? Where did the inspiration for that come from?
Yeah, so the whole Ready Set posting was, yeah, with the success or whatever, like that gave me more motivation. I enjoyed like making stuff even more, and I just randomly remembered like, so one of my biggest videos I've ever done is this video for Juice World, and the thing that I regret the most about it is the fact that I couldn't animate his like the facial features. So, and like animation is like very important, right? Because if the face doesn't move, it just looks like some like GTA character or whatever, like very very like lifeless. So I don't know. I just woke up one day. I was like, oh, I do remember that I couldn't do that. So then it became like, oh, what if the clones like have different face expressions, like the bored apes, for example, and stuff. And then I was like, maybe OpenSea should just do that one day, and I just tried to do some stuff, and yeah, this is what came out of it.
I've yet to see that one. I'm just about to pin it to the top. Again, don't watch it now, guys. Watch it later. Press.
Yeah, this new like OpenSea concept you did, I think it's crazy. I think you might have invented something here. Like this could be a future presentation style on OpenSea or for NFTs, especially 3D NFTs. At the very least, it's like a great like working concept or what you'd call it. The pigtails you did for Kauai were pretty dope too. One of my favorites though, I have to say, is the GPU. The GPU eyewear. You did animation. That was pretty crazy.
I don't know. I can't believe nobody. I think somebody actually, Ferry mentioned the bucket hat one because that one was dope to me. But the one you also did with Dynasty Snake, I mean, this is where I'm like, this is where it kills me, man. Because like you're so good, like I see some of those details, and I'm just like angry that I can't do it right now. Because like the way you were able to get like the snail tail to move and like even its tongue to look like natural, I'm like, bruh, how did he do that and like make it so clean? But hey, we got some people starting to request. Ferry, do you think we should go ahead and just bring some people up to ask questions to Ali? He gave a thumbs up. He say, "Bring the clones.
Bring it on. Let's go."
So if you're a clone, not clone, just a person who likes art and wants to talk to Ali, feel free to request. Yeah, please come up here and hang out with us. We got Leviathan up here. What's going on?
Yo, what's good, guys? Love the interview so far, no doubt, and the details by Ale, no doubt. He was speaking on Nolan before. I don't think he mentioned his favorite movie so far.
Yeah, I mean, my all-time favorite will always be Inception. I think that hallway scene where they had to fight is probably the. I was like, okay, I don't think there's ever going to be a better scene recorded than that one. So I would say Inception is definitely my favorite movie.
Damn.
Facts.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm an Ali fanboy today, but when you said mind tricks, that was the exact scene that I thought of, because like the way he described of like having things that work in real life, like they filmed that one where it's like they actually rotate, where like it's actually a hallway and the actors are like really rotating and stuff. But it is crazy to like see it on camera because it's a weird one. But damn, I gotta shut up. We got other people on stage. Rose, Jay, we got Alt Anonymous. Let's go to Rose first.
Thank you. Just wanted to hop up and say I'm so inspired by you, Ollie. I feel like you're a catalyst within our community based off of not just your craft and your talent, but your generosity. Like we all know how hard it is to like make one render, but to kind of like productionalize it and get this going for so many of the clones that you did. Every time I see one of those Ready Set Pose videos that you did for our fellow community members, the FOMO kicks in real bad again. And for someone who doesn't have one, it's okay. But I just love how it lights the fire within the community. I mean, the more we see it, I think the more folks just really want to have a clone. And I think that is something really unique and special that you've done with your campaign. I do marketing, so when I see what you've done, I'm like, oh, this is well planned and well executed. I can appreciate all of the effort and thoughtfulness and intentionality that you did with this. So just wanted to say I'm also a big fan. However, we all can support you, but otherwise just loving watching you create and just really infuse this level of energy and excitement into the community.
Thank you so much. And like the love that I get from you guys also gives me all that energy back to like want to do more. And it's like such a small task for me, like making just one, it doesn't take too long of my time. And if I can make someone's day with that, then it's all worth it.
What a hero, man. Wow. You're so beautiful, Ali. You're so beautiful. We also have Alts up on stage. Hi, Alts.
What's good, fam? I just wanted to come up and throw some flowers your way. Like, I absolutely love your work. Your storytelling is just next level. Like, I love to see you utilizing that filmmaker skill set. Like, it translates so perfectly, like into the animation side. Like, I mean, it's a completely different dynamic working completely in an animated world. But like your ability to like expand our imaginations through that, like bro, you're legit expert level at exactly that. And there's so many moments like in your work that just feel surreal, and I do watch them over and over and over because every time through I notice new details, and it speaks volumes to the amount of preparation I imagine that goes into your work, and the amount of thought and effort which we all as consumers of your art we really appreciate that. And I'm excited like where you're headed as a creator and storyteller, and I love how you're inspiring the community and people and just that are even outside of our community that are starting to see this stuff to create and utilize these amazing 3D assets kind of in new ways. But one thing I wanted to ask, I just kind of want to get your opinion too, like on your own avatar, like how does it feel like kind of as you're building out your Web3 identity to then take that into, animation and kind of create with that. And I'm just kind of curious to hear your thoughts on that.
First of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind words. What do I want to do with my avatar? I honestly don't know yet. I did have a few ideas where I would make like short films to like tell a story, like how did this character come to life and like what is his purpose. But yeah, I kind of got distracted with Ready Set Pose and like all this other stuff, which seemed more fun to do.
It's not a bad thing to get distracted with. That is for sure, my friend.
Oh yeah, it was definitely for the better. Yeah.
Ali, it was a while before you got your own clone, right? You were playing with, I think it was Lib's files first.
Yeah, Lib is actually the one that introduced me kind of to you guys. Like, I've always knew about CloneX, like obviously, but yeah, he had this sick clone, and I remember that day when there was like some contest or something. I can't remember.
It was the clone casting for season 1.
Exactly, yes. And he sent that to me. I was like, he's like, you should do something with this. Just use my clone. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. I didn't know too much. And then, yeah, we posted it and it did really good. And I was like, oh, shit. Then that's also when I found out that there's like so many creators in here that they're actually good too. Like really good creators. And I was like, okay, you know what? Give me some time and I'll get one too.
You made it, Ali. You made it. I mean, it already felt surreal having you within the community, but it's almost like once you get a clone, you can't really leave. So we got you for life now, right? Never leave us, please. We got you up on stage. Hello, are you okay? Are you feeling funny too?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm coming down with something as well. What's happening? We've been taken out. No, I actually just wanted to come up here and honestly just do the same, throw some flowers your way because um, I actually knew it was you that did the like hoppers thing, and I remember that contest and like seeing all the other people do things, and yours was just outrageous. Like it was so good, and I remember me and Ferry like fanboying and fangirling over the animation. We were like, bro, this is so sick. And then just like watching your journey from there, and then it was like the lib one that was just mentioned that blew me away. It was like the way you animate everything looks so natural, and this is what it is. It's like with animation, um it's not like the graphics or like the texturing that makes it like realistic or believable. It's always the animation. So like you can have something that like even like Lego movies and stuff like that, it's just the way you make them move that makes it look so realistic, and you've got that down to an absolute T. It looks so natural, the movements are so realistic, and it just like brings everything to life in such a beautiful way. But like my favorite was, I don't know, like sort of like the clone's name, or the is it Fetzal, or it was the Murakami animation. And when I saw that, and now hearing you speak about your inspirations in Christopher Nolan, I was like, yo, that makes so much sense. The surreal and magical nature of things. But yeah, I just wanted to just come up here and just say you're ultra dope. You're a massive inspiration. Like it's always like playing catch up whenever we see some of your work. We're like, shit, man, he's crushing it. We need to be better. But yeah, man, amazing work always. Always excited to see more, and like excited to continue watching you grow and watch the journey, man. Amazing work, amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do agree with you about it's like those little things that makes it look like more realistic, right? The way the character blinks, or maybe just like little rotation in his eye, or like just like those tiny things that makes it look real. And that's what you guys do as well. Like I've seen your videos from Clone Force. They are out of this world, insane.
Oh, thank you. I can't take credit for those ones though. Is Eddie and Top Rank doing the magic? But yeah, man. Again, amazing. I'm excited to see more.
Yeah, not even that. Like even like the way you guys just open sea looks, and like the whole theme, like space and like this super high quality lighting, and looks crazy to me.
Thank you, thank you.
Yavuz is like, please, this is not about me. Don't talk about me anymore. Prez, you got your hand up. And Illa's coming up, but he's struggling a little bit. I hope he can make it because I know that dude's got some bars. Let's pass it.
Can you make Prez a co-host as well? We'll be able to add more people up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to echo what you guys were saying. Ali really sets the bar super high for the creators. So major inspiration, holding the ceiling up for the quality of like output you can kind of generate using your clone assets. And I do know that I've even heard the founders say this before. They're super impressed with like what some of the creators in the community are doing, and that it kind of like also sets the bar high for them in return, right? So I think creators respect what you're doing, Ali, and I think so do the founders. So big props.
can definitely confirm that.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. So many compliments. I've never had so many at once.
Bring up more clones to compliment him. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, y'all. Y'all heard it. This is all about Ali today.
I need to add another compliment at the lineup because I'm very thankful to Alice for what he's doing in general for the community, because his art is very, 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 very cool, and also because for what he did to Badass Kawaii. So I was astonished as soon as I saw Badass Kawaii moving. Really, really, you almost make me cry. I can't wait to see my clone getting real and real and real and real. But more than that, I'm for sure very, very thankful, and I think community should be very, very thankful to all the creators, because what creators are doing is to really leveling up our community, and we can really see that each time we see something new, a new a new step, a new way is coming. So I think that for what Alas just did, it just opened up a new way to work with clones, and I love to see this kind of evolution, and really to participate to this evolution. I think it's very rich, and it should be the core of Web3. Web3 is made of innovation, is made of creativity. Yeah, for sure, it's made of also about flipping, about making money and floor and blah blah blah. But we should have a lot more creators, and so we can enjoy every day in our timeline dope creations and be proud of be one of these family. So I'm very happy. I'm in the CloneX since the first day. Every day more happy. I can't do what creators are doing, but I love to enjoy. Really, I love to enjoy, and and when I see that the rest of Web3 is not getting it, I say, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Why not everyone is not looking of what happening in our fam? But it's fine. It's nice also to see something that rest of the people maybe see in a bit of time. So very, very proud of the entire creators community. Very, 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 very proud. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. I agree with you. Like, I think the fact that there's so many creators and Artifact already this early is just crazy. There's so many people, like people who are great at fashion, at animation, making stills. It's wild. And this ready set posting, it's like a perfect start of something new, right? Like this whole like open sea idea came out of it. That could actually be something like very excited for people to use, right? Like kind of like art utility a little bit. And if we like, I don't know, hopefully one day we can like make this thing an actual thing. That would be such like a cool thing. Everyone can like try it, and yeah.
Preach. I'm here for it. Illa Orbis. Hello, how are you?
Yay, it's my turn. Hey, hey. No, I just wanted to I'm patient. I just wanted to give him his flowers, bro. You are the shit. Like what? I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. Like I'm not a movie buff per se, but I am a fan of like Inception, sci-fi movies, and dark alien, just like mind tricks, just anything trippy. And I think you know how to like captivate people's experiences, or just an experience for viewers in just like a such a tasteful way. yeah, bro, it's been amazing to watch the animations you've been putting out. Inspiring. I'm also like, damn, I gotta learn so much shit. There's so much to learn, so much to do. But at the same time, it's like it's motivating, and it's like it's nice to surround yourself around. It's good to surround yourself with people who are like just pushing you and just creating these just like setting the bar and just like showing you what's achievable as far as like in 3D, right? Because I'm still fairly new in the whole 3D space. My background's from music, so that intersection of like visuals and like music and audio is just like there's so much to learn in both worlds. And coming from the music side, I know that with 3D, there's like so much like untapped like places, like for example just like blinking. I'm like, dang, I haven't really taken off my shades and made my clone blink. Like I need I gotta give him some life. So but yeah, man, I just wanted to say like thank you for putting time into losing sleep to create just for the sake of creating, and just like kind of pumping everyone's clone floor price at the same time. But yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, and keep inspiring.
Thank you so much. And yeah, hit me up in my DM, and we can give you a ready set pose as well.
Hey, yeah, because I saw the Alien King, bro, and you made the tongue move. I was like, wait, you could do that? So I I'll definitely be in the DMs, bro. Like I have questions. I feel like I want to make some. If if you allow it, I would love to create some crazy music, sound design, and shit for any animations. But yeah, that's I'll just plugging myself in real quick. I
Damn, Hila, I knew he was gonna
I was
do
gonna
it.
do it. I
I
have
knew
to.
he was gonna do it. But it's cool. I'm allow it. I'm allow it this time, bro.
Thank you, bro. I'm not cutting in line. I'm not cutting in line.
If Illa wasn't gonna do it, I was gonna do it, because he was like, "Oh, we're getting your DMs and get this ready set pose thing happening." But no, we need a collab happening, dude. What do you mean? It's gonna be so sick, guys. You're in for a treat. I just know it already. Yeah, please make this happen. We also have Kevin up on stage. Hey, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, fam? Yo, I just wanted to come up here and show some love. I mean, I've had the pleasure of working with Ali and just seeing the way that he's improved over time. And I think what really sets him apart is his pursuit to perfect his craft. I think that's like, somebody like that, I think is the epitome of what this creators community can totally be. Like, I literally remember when we first got our clones, like, I had every intention of getting into creating just because Ali made bringing these things to life look so damn easy. But it's not. And if you have like a day job and if you're busy and stuff throughout the day, it's really tough to pick up and deliver at the level that he does. So I'm really just waiting to see when Ali announces that Artifact is picking him up formally so that he can continue to be this movement starter for us, right? A teacher, and really just continue to bring that creative vision into the ecosystem.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Kevin is one of my very good friends, and we hang out a lot. And I remember we both used to look at the clone floor like all the way for like 10 ETH. We're like, shit, when do we buy? We send each other clones every day. Like, yo, this one is sick.
Every single day, bro. It's been crazy. But just to see the way that you've been received by the community, I mean, you deserve every bit of the attention, bro, because I mean, your work speaks for itself. And if you guys think, like, if you're getting FOMO from this Ready Set posting right now, this is nothing yet. I mean, I have the pleasure of being Ali's friend too. And the shit that he's working on, guys, just wait and see.
Leak it, Kevin.
Wait, I'm jealous. I want to be Ali's friend in real life. No, seriously, I'm so jealous right now. Let's move on, please. I don't know why this is hurting me so much. Elle, how's it going?
Oh, it's my turn. Hey, I do not want to miss the opportunity to just give every flower I have to Ali, man. Like, you are so inspiring. Like, and you're so humble and generous to like help other people out. You're not trying to get anything for yourself, which most people in the space are. And, you know, like you inspire me. I had a render I've been working on for like a week, and I am like, no way. Once I saw your stuff, I just stopped. I'm like, I need to learn more. I'm not going to waste this and just throw crap on the timeline. I want it to be better. So if you're ever taking students that will pay you just for advice, uh, you already have me in your DMs. I would love just for you to just give me like a direction on some of my work, because, man, you're amazing and awesome. So I just didn't want to miss the opportunity. You're going places. I want to say one day in this recorded space that I gave you flowers personally.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
Next up, we have, I don't know who was here first. I think it was Doc. So what's up, Doc? Oh my God.
Oh, hi guys. Hi Ferry. Nice to speak to a fellow female Brit in the space, first of all. Um, yeah, for transparency, like Ali is also one of my very good friends. I've been hanging out with him for coming up to a year, I guess, with a small group of us, and I've had the pleasure of watching him at work, you know, hours and hours a day. And I kind of just wanted to give him a different type of flowers. Like, beside from his art, he's just a great guy. Like, you know, he's a diehard, you know, a ride or die friend. He would do anything for his friends. And like, you know, we've all met each other in the NFT space. And, you know, Kevin, T-Push, Xander, we're all here in the audience, like supporting you. And yeah, I just really wanted to shout him out from that angle, and also to ask him a question, because I want to put him on the spot and make him feel a little bit awkward. That's what friends do. Why CloneX? What did you see about CloneX, the collection, the art, that you thought, you know what, I want to put my creative stamp on this?
Oh shit, Doc with the crazy questions. I think it's so obvious. The fact that Takashi's on it is already like done. The fact that I also joined CloneX is those 3D files. Like, I don't know why, but like something about the files, they're literally perfect. Like the way they, this kind of sounds a little bit nerdy, but the way they bake down all these like meshes into like super like easy animatable like assets is actually a lot of times way better than stuff that you buy on like these marketplaces to get like 3D assets, and they did like actually like a great job. And also, yeah, when I said like when I found out that they had like a lot of creators in the community, I've seen stuff from like Jay Marino and Cultivate and Clone Force, and I was like, they put out some crazy stuff, so I want to join.
Yeah, I think like a big part of it is this sort of creators community that CloneX has going, which is amazing. I don't have a CloneX currently, FOMOing big time, trying to get in. But yeah, like props to you. You deserve this. Go get it, and just don't forget your friends when you make it.
Shout out to you, Doc. I'll always be here.
I second that.
I third that.
Fourth it.
Nobody wants to take the fifth. How dare
I
you?
mean, it's recorded, right? So if I think I said it, so you can always hold me accountable.
Yep, definitely recorded. And it's going on SoundCloud, so it's going to be on the internet forever. We have, who did I see? Tevi. Tevi, what's up?
Hello, hello. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but you know, it's always that time of the day. I'm scurrying around the building, trying to get on these spaces and give some flowers to some of my favorite creators, and it's always like hit or miss. I think I got rugged 3 times trying to get on stage. I was supposed to go before L, and I got rugged, and then there was somebody else, and I got rugged again. Anyways, yeah, just wanted really to come up here and just say, man, like Ali, like everything I've seen of you from when you first popped up to even going back to some of the stuff that you've done, and most recently the Ready Set Pose, like that's some next level stuff. Like, you know, like it's really cool to animate, but I think bringing to life the facial expressions, like when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I have so much. You know, it's bad because, you know, I'm not even that great, right? And I'm like, every time I think I level up a little more, somebody like you, Jay Marino, or other people come up and drop like that extra sauce on these creations, and you're like, oh my freaking God, man, I need to level up. And it's so inspiring. So if nothing else, just wanted to come up here and say, man, like, you are killing it. I appreciate everything that you're doing. And, I definitely going to be in your DMs. I'm actually already in there, just so you know. So it's a way to kind of plug myself real quick. Need some alley spice, alley magic. So anything that you can offer up, man, I'm going to be a sponge. Don't need a ton of your time, just little tidbits here and there. But anything that you're willing to give, definitely looking forward to pick up as much as I can. And if you ever want to use my clone, and do some whatever it is that you're planning, man, count me in. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you very much. And I will definitely answer you back. It's been a bit hectic the last few days with all these DMs.
Man, like I
I'll
said, take your
definitely.
time. I am not in no rush. I understand, like, you even being willing to do what you did, right? Like, this is on your own time, your own dime. Like, you're not asking anything for it. That's beyond, self-giving. So, like I said, I appreciate everything that you're doing right now.
Before I pass it over to Blenderdak, who I believe was next, just a shout out to Doc, my fellow water drinker. I'm jealous of you as well for being Ali's friend. Water!
What you said?
You don't know about water? Ali, how does it feel to be the most loved and wanted man on Earth right now?
Yeah, it feels great. Keep them coming, please.
Let's go! Dak!
Bring more clones.
More clones. Blenderdak, you're a blender expert.
No.
So, yeah, and you're a wizard.
No.
Welcome.
There are better wizards. I'm just learning and trying to keep up with this kind of level. I just want to say thanks to Ali. I think all the community is giving flowers, but also I want to tell you, don't stop, man. Don't stop. And also, I know everyone is really excited about your art, your work, but also even in your dark times, you got people here in the community that will support you. So don't stop, man. You're killing it.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely. Like, even beside like the whole art thing, like, everyone's always so supportive and always want to help each other. And yeah, it's been great.
Awesome, man.
We need to put Blenderdak and Ali in a room together and see what happens. That would be a fun afternoon.
We need a month, and we can make like a really short movie, really cool short movie. I'm just saying.
Yo, I've been telling Benito about this creator island. I told him just throw them all in there, just give him some food and water, and then you just don't know, like, magic is gonna happen. They'll be unstoppable. Anya, my queen. Hello.
GM, I just want to join the hordes of people here who are giving all the love to Ali. I'm just blown away by your effort and coordination in all of what you've done for the clones. And this activation has been incredible to see. Your talent is just off the charts, and just really, really honored to have you in our ecosystem and to be doing this. I do want to say, like, I think you should turn on like a tip feature on your Twitter profile so that people can give back to you in a financial sense, because I feel like you've really done a lot for everyone, and if we could give back and contribute to you in some way like that, that would be really awesome to see you kind of like get to get something out of this in a financial sense, because I know you've just put in so much time to make this all happen, and all of this hard work is just amazing, absolutely amazing. And yeah, my kids saw my clone in the little animation that you had created for me. Like, when are you gonna get me my own clone, Mom? It's like the finally the question has been asked. Like, when are we gonna get ours now? Because they're I think they're done looking at mine and they're just like, okay, we've seen your clone in every which way, render, animation. It's time. It's now they want their own. So I'm grateful to you. My wallet may not be as thankful to you because I'm gonna have to look for 4 more clones to fit my children. But yeah, just really, really blown away by your efforts and adding to the creator ecosystem. And it's so thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope I can make this tool or whatever like official, so I can like provide everyone with theirs because I think everyone would love to have one and they can like share it with each other and yeah. Thank you so much.
This is probably the only time where you will say, thank goodness there's not that many active clones around, right? Because you'll be just in your cave all the time, Ali. I already heard that you don't really like to leave the house. So you're just not going to even go to the toilet anymore. You're going to need nappies. Why did I have to go there? Let's talk about let's talk about future collaborations. Ali, who would you like to work with, either in this space or outside in the music industry or like movies, whatever?
Ooh, my collab list is very big. I like as of right now, I have honestly no idea where I'm going. Like it's all over the place. There are a few artists that I like that I admire. Like within the community, all obviously like Cultivate, Clone Force, Jay Marino, super fire. And outside of it, I don't know if you guys know him. His name is Yugal. He made the Dreamers collection. I don't know what he does, but it's insane, and I would love to collab with him one day. And I think he actually bought a clone like a month ago. Yeah, I would love.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that's right. Oh, his work is insane. I would love to see one of his pieces brought to life by you. That's unheard of. Day After is up on stage. Hi.
Hello. You know, I went to the flower shop to get some flowers, but they sold out, so I don't have flowers today. But I do have, like $100 for your water bill, so you can maintain them alive. But unfortunately, I will ask you questions, and I'll start off with, what was your biggest challenge when creating Ready, Set, Go? And did you solve any of those challenges in any creative way?
Thank you for the flowers. They look really nice. So, did I? I think the challenge honestly was just time. Like when I do projects like these, I like I like to start them because I don't have any like I like challenges, but like not the challenges where you don't know if you're gonna make it or not. You know, like there were obviously challenges like, oh, is this gonna move right? Is it gonna look realistic and stuff? But it was overall just like more like fun rather than a challenge. Maybe time. I needed maybe a little bit more time.
And then I'm gonna follow it up with, I like to try and dissect and figure out how certain things were created. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, give out your secrets, but was this something that you animated like the base mesh and then you added all the files individually for each character, or you imported it like your animation into the different files?
Yeah, I do have everything in one blend file for now. If this hopefully becomes actually like a thing, then I think I would have to like separate each trait by itself. But now I just have every clone in their own folder. Yeah.
That's it for now. I'll probably come up with something later. Thank you.
We had some people requesting, but unfortunately I couldn't get them up and I didn't want to kick anyone down. So if you want to speak, you can request and the polite ones will go down, please. Ali, I want to know about your favorite shortcuts on Blender because I love shortcuts. So what is it that you like to use?
Oh, I've got a good one for this actually. I don't think I use a lot of shortcuts. I don't have anything I can think about, but there's one that I noticed when I have my clone. So a lot of these extra files, like the eggs and the shoes and the vials, they all are like this GLB file, right? So if you import these a lot, I would say create a shortcut for that one because you're going to use it a lot. Definitely helpful.
Ooh, I like that one. We have T up on stage. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, how we doing, everyone? How's the Artifact fam doing?
We're all good,
All right.
thank you.
Well, I guess this is gonna be a lot of Ali's friends talking, but as another one of Ali's close friends with Doc, Nunu, Kevin, and Xander, I just want to say, like, Ali's one of those people I was able to, see his art in other projects, and like people said, he's only gotten better ever since then. And I just want to say, like, someone who's been in a lot of convos with him, a lot of VCs, um, Artifact, I think, was just a blessing for him because for a while I felt like his his artistic drive was just kind of stagnant. And I feel like Artifact was kind of something that brought something different out of him, and it kind of brought the motivation, and it just kind of brought, like, the creativity out of him. And I was just kind of so happy to see him kind of being where he is now, and just kind of seeing him back to being creative, and just seeing him full of life, and just because I felt like back then when he wasn't so artistic, he kind of didn't seem like like how he is now, and he just seemed like so more social, and he's just so much more in the vibe, and I just love seeing it. So I just want to say, Ali, is a person, I've seen you grown, and you're gonna keep growing, and I'm just happy to see your growth, bro, and just keep grinding.
Thank you, T, man. Shout out to you. Also, one of my very close friends, T Push. He's right. Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. I did have like this period of a few months where I didn't feel too good and life wasn't like the best. And I also like stopped creating art for a little bit. And yeah, ever since I like bought this clone, it all came back to life again. And I was excited to make stuff. And I believe even in that period where I didn't make anything besides like just client work to pay the bills, I think I made one piece, and that was the one with FT3 with the flower. So it's always been clone that kept me motivated.
T, thank you so much for coming up and sharing that with us because it is so nice to hear from somebody's perspective that like knows the creator from outside of this world, and that was really, really nice to hear. I'm actually quite blown away. Ali, we're so lucky to have you, and you have an incredibly bright future ahead of you. So
Yeah, and
yeah.
Ali deserves it because in this space, like people have said, he is so humble. He will literally help you out, put mints in your pocket. Like, like he's literally helped me out in ways that I can't even repay him, but he's just a great heart. And that's just what I expect from him. And he deserves everything that he gets. That's what I say. All the flowers, all the praise, he deserves it. And he's going to receive it humbly and just keep creating. And it's beautiful. And I just love this whole Artifact Creator studio you guys have, and it's just really bringing the artists back and putting the forefront on the artists who deserve it.
That's what it's all about, baby. Let's go. Ali, for somebody who is super busy and always like in your cave, you seem to have a lot of friends that friggin' love you. How do you maintain that? That's another skill that you have. I've lost everyone I know.
That's a good thing. Yeah, like they also keep me like going because like in that period where I didn't feel good, Deep was always we know T-Push for his saying. He's always saying good vibes, good vibes. So like every time something is bad, he'll be like, "Yo, guys, let's stay positive, good vibes." And yeah, I think that's also important, right? Like this whole thing, you can't really do that by yourself. You can up until a certain point. Like you need to talk to people. You need to have a good time and support each other. And yeah, they're always here for me, and I'm here for them.
I'm so glad you have such a strong and beautiful circle around you. And now it's gone even bigger with the whole clone community. We're all here for you. We're big, big fans. And this is just the beginning. Prez, you have your hand up.
Just wanted to ask Ali. Um, Twitter is very much like a crypto domain, but you being more of like a conventional artist, are you like bigger on Instagram? Do you have any like social media networks of choice that you use or you're bigger on? Is crypto Twitter like new to you? Is like this whole spaces thing and just the whole crypto Twitter vibe new to you? Are you big on other platforms?
Yeah, I used to be on Instagram before I was on Twitter because that's like on Twitter, there's not a lot of music industry stuff. And yeah, Twitter's more like for Web3. And ever since I switched to Web3, I pretty much only use Twitter to be honest. It's also way nicer. It looks way more interactable with others rather than just like, oh hey, look at my video. It's like I feel like Instagram is like a showcase or something, and Twitter is like a chat to someone or like interact with someone.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Instagram is more like a build your portfolio, and if somebody's eye gets caught on one of your creations, then hopefully they'll jump into your DMs. But on Twitter, you're having conversations, you're networking, you're like building, and I'm so glad that you're here mainly and not on Instagram. Day after, you had something to say?
Yeah, so you mentioned earlier that you work primarily in Blender. Have you experimented with any other tools? And if yes or no, what other tools would you be willing to experiment with?
Oh yeah, a big one is Marvelous Designer, which does like clothing. And I know Min from our community and Jay Marino, they do it really good. I have no idea how to use these tools, but hopefully one day they look sick. Yeah, Marvelous Designer for sure.
Ali actually told me that he uses a mix of Blender and After Effects, and you've used a little bit of AI. When did you implement that into your work?
Yes, the AI part. So Ready Set Post actually created by AI. I asked AI like, hey, I have this character. He's in a photo studio. How can I make him? Do you have like a good caption for me? And it gave me a few. I can actually look it up real quick. Let's see. So they said strike a pose and let the 3D magic unfold. It was kind of cheesy, so we kind of had to tweak. And at some point, it said ready, set, pose, and I was like, you know what? That's perfect. That works, and the rest is history.
Shout out to AI for making our lives easier and, sparking something within us. V, how's it going?
Hi, good morning, good evening. Um, Ali, you are an insane creator. I don't think that is like a secret to anyone here. So thank you for, everything that you're lighting the fire under our community. You're definitely motivating me. And I'm really excited to hear like Gibson Hazard is someone you're familiar with. I can definitely see how like both of you, I mean, you're like Gibson Hazard levels for me. Just know that for sure, because his stuff is absolutely mind blowing, and I've observed his growth from doing music videos to doing like the MTV award commercials and stuff like that. And you definitely have a bright future. And I apologize if this has already been asked, but like, how did you even get into Web3 and like these sort of projects coming from a different part of like the craft?
Thank you. Yeah. I also, by the way, I also always see your renders as well. Like you work very hard, put out a lot of renders. I enjoy those as well, for sure.
I am very nervous and shy now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, when did I? So I jumped into the NFT space when I think pretty much everyone heard it after that big Beeple sale, right? And especially for us artists, we're like, wow, this might be like the way for us to make a living with your own art rather than having to sit there and listen to clients giving you feedback that you don't want to do. And yeah, a few of my friends, like Three Seater is one that did really well in the art world, and I've always worked close with him, and he brought me in a little bit, introduced me to like all these people, and yeah, I think that Shaka Blood video there with the little rabbits. After that one dropped, it was like I received so much love. I was like, okay, this is probably the place that I should be right now.
Yeah, Ali, can I just ask real quickly, because I feel like this is an issue contracted people probably have in the space, but never really talk about. But coming from like that background of you're the music video creator, but you might not get like a bunch of the credits. Does it feel weird now that you're like the person like starring in some of what you're doing?
Yes, it's very different because normally with just music, like the thing is, if you look at like views and engagement or whatever, like the music industry is crazy, right? Like I have like even a few videos that like hit over like 100 million views, which is insane. But like, how much credit did you actually get? Like zero. So no one like really like yeah. So you just tell your friends and people know you and stuff, and that's it. But yeah, and like Web3, it's like you're the main. You're in the spotlights now, which is new to me as well, and yeah, it's a great feeling for sure.
We about to be like Juice World who? Nah, I can't play like that. Shout out Juice World. Respect. Mad respect.
Shout out to Juice WRLD.
Okay, I don't want to end this, but if anybody else has something to say, please put your hands up now or forever hold your peace.
I also have a question afterwards.
Oh, okay. Let's give it to Illa first, and then we can answer your question.
Never mind. You can go straight to him. I want to hear this question.
I'm nervous.
Oh no, it was actually a super easy one. Like outside of me, like please, like keep me out of this. But like the rest, like who is you guys' favorite like creators like in the community? I want to know from you guys.
Bro, I'm not answering this one. I feel like the list is so long. We'll be here all day. So I'm going to pass it to people who are not part of Artifact Creators because it will be a little